It's Thursday, March 31st. Welcome to the Daily Shed. Hi friends, I'm Chevy. This is the Daily Shed. Welcome. Now that the Tool Talk of the week is over and done with, I'm adventuring into new territory on the show. But before I get into discussing today's topic, I want to start with a disclaimer. I grew up to be a very critical person. I was raised in an environment that demanded that I pay attention to detail, that things have their own proper place, and that's where they belong. I was to pick up and clean up. And then I joined the military, specifically the Marine Corps, and that only served to sharpen my critical eye towards the finest of details. And honestly, being hypercritical has been a bit of a burden for me because I can't enjoy things like others can unless it's perfect. And at the same time, I also recognize the fact that perfection is practically not possible. In fact, I did a video about that. So it's a crutch. So I'm an extremely critical person. That being said, I try not to be a critic. There is always time and space for constructive criticism, but just telling somebody they suck, I'm not one to bank on negativity. I don't like it in my life. I prefer to be a positive person and approach things with a positive attitude. So I try really hard not to be critical. Today I'm going to be critical. No, I try really hard not to be a critic. Today I'm going to be a critic. Today marked the end of Serial Season 2. Serial is a podcast. If you have not heard of Serial, go look up Serial Season 1. It's amazing. And even though... Okay, let me tell you what it's about. It's a serialized story. And in Season 1, reporter Sarah Koenig researches the murder mystery of a case that essentially nobody had heard about. It was just a case, and she brought it to light, and week by week told the story of this case, told the story of some of the holes in this case, researched a lot of the facts, checked them, scrutinized the case, and when it was first being aired, there was this huge movement, I guess, or this following that was fact-checking along with her and being deeply involved in the show. They're, on Reddit, they formed their own subreddit to discuss hypothetical scenarios and to do their own research, and really, it kind of blew up, and it was amazing. So when Season 2 announced, everybody was excited. And then today, when I opened up my podcast app, I saw that it was the season finale, and I wasn't even aware that the season finale was coming. Partly because Season 2 completely lacked any substance. It was really a disappointment. And when I tell you I'm not normally critical, or I'm not normally a critic, I really, if I had waited a day, I probably wouldn't be talking about it. I'd just have moved on. But because it happened today, we're going to talk about it today. And if you followed the Serial Season 2 podcast, let's chat about it in the comments, because it's a huge letdown. It followed the story of Bowe Bergdahl, which was a defector in Iraq. Apparently this was national news, like a big deal. I'd never heard of him. I'd never heard of this story. As a former military member, I don't care. So the podcast, the first half of the season, talked about why he defected, his reasons for leaving, what happened, where he was taken. She pieced together some stories. And I really don't want to put Sarah down on this topic because she's an amazing reporter and her reporting style is great. By the way, the podcast is like not only was the story amazing in season 1, but it was put together. The audio was amazing. The sounds they put in were amazing. The music was, the whole thing, the whole production was amazing. So season 2, the production value is still there. Sarah's an amazing reporter. The sounds are, and the feeling and the emotion is great, but the story is just like, nobody cares. Like, it's totally, first of all, there was no way for the community to get involved because there's been no ruling against this guy. There's been no case, open court documents that we can look at because it's all DOJ stuff. It's all classified. So there's nothing, we can't speculate along with her. We couldn't engage in the season. And that part, I don't care about that part because I picked up season 1 after it was over, so I didn't get involved in any of the whirlpool of internet fandom that tried to be detectives. This season, though, gosh, I don't care. This guy left his post. That's the end of the story to me. It's no different than if a dad who decides he doesn't want to be a dad anymore walks out and then gets found 5 years later. We make him pay back child support. That's the end of the story, right? This guy walked off post. He walked away from his duties. I don't care if he was held captive. That's not my problem. That's his problem. He's the idiot, right? I feel like the only story that should have been, or the only question that should have been asked in this entire story is, are his 5 years in captivity going to be considered part of his sentence? Like, that's the only legitimate question, and that question was never asked. Dude, it was a letdown. Tell me what you think. I would love to have this discussion in the comments, so if you've listened to season 2, let's discuss it like a good book club or something. Because I'm just like, man, when the season finale, first of all, when I saw finale, I was just like, really? You didn't tell a story. How can you have a finale to something that there was no story to finalize? And that episode didn't, man. This isn't, yeah. Somebody enlighten me. Did I miss it? Because I really don't, I feel bad for saying these things because I feel like maybe I missed something. But I tweeted about it this morning and a lot of people confirmed, like, yeah, I feel the same way. So I just wanted to get it off my chest. The dual meaning of the Daily Shed. Maybe I'm just shedding some baggage here. I don't know. But let's discuss it in the comments. If you like this sort of episode, if you like hearing me discuss pop culture or media or whatever it is, let me know and put comments. Maybe we can talk about other things like this. I'm okay with that. I just don't want to be an unprovoked critic of things because that's not who I am. So, see the comments down below. Tomorrow is bye day on the show. Put questions in the comments for tomorrow. I would love to have questions to answer about either Serial or any of the tools we covered this week or just anything. Ask me a question. Tomorrow I answer questions on the show. If anybody sent me any mail I have not checked yet, we'll open it up. Stuff can go on the shed wall. I'll see you guys tomorrow.